In July, the Wichita Pachyderm Club held a forum concerning the proposed sales tax in Wichita that we'll be voting on in November. One of the audience members was former Wichita Mayor Bob Knight. He was mayor off and on for a long time, about 25 years in total, I think it was, and he may be considering running for office again next spring. Now, here's what he told the panel. He said, "When I left in 2003, we were assured that we had a 50-year water supply." Well, I'm sure you're aware now that city officials are telling us that there is a crisis, that we must solve it soon or we will soon run out of water, and we must pass a sales tax to pay for all of this. But just 11 years ago, the mayor was assured Wichita had water for the next 50 years. So what happened? Were the projections of 11 years ago faulty in some way? Did someone deliberately mislead the former mayor? Now, there's a different group in charge now at City Hall, but we still have the same system with the same incentive structure. So if we go ahead with the plans in front of us, will we have another crisis in another 11 years? And regarding the sales tax, former Mayor Knight also reminded the audience that there is a Sedgwick County sales tax, part of which is divided among cities like Wichita. This year, the city received about $56 million from the county sales tax. That money is used in two ways. One way is to pay for the construction of the Kellogg Freeway. And at Pachyderm, former Mayor Knight remarked that it's been a long time since any new work has been accomplished on that project. And the other half of the sales tax revenue from the county is pledged for property tax reduction, which is government speak for the simple act of spending. Well, former Mayor Bob Knight also took the visioneering planning process to task. You may remember visioneering Wichita, although I can understand if you don't remember it. This was a planning process that the city undertook with great fanfare about a decade ago. And Mayor Knight told the Pachyderm audience that he wondered why, in the past 10 years, no one asked about a city without water as part of the visioneering process. And come to think of it, I'm wondering what has been visioneering Wichita's role in developing the jobs plan, which is part of the proposed sales tax. I think that's a good question. It seems that the visioneering effort is pretty much abandoned. On its website at Visioneering Wichita, the most recent news item is 3 years old. So will the plans we're making now be tossed away like the visioneering plans? Well, the plans for fixing our streets and funding the bus transit system are pretty simple and straightforward. But the water plan is still changing. Just a few weeks ago at City Council meeting, we were told that the water supply plan would cost $200 million instead of $250 million. So it seems to me that the plans are not really fixed, at least not solidly enough to get a reliable cost estimate. And the jobs plan? There's really no plan there, except more of the same activities that haven't been serving us very well so far. And even the promotion of the sales plan seems to be confusing. This week, the Wichita Metro Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors voted to support the sales tax referendum. But here's some reporting by Bill Wilson of the Wichita Business Journal that illustrates the confusion. He wrote, "No vote totals were immediately released by the chamber amid frustration from City Hall a month ago that a split chamber had not yet formally supported the referendum. The entire chamber membership has not been polled on the sales tax issue," said a chamber spokesperson. Intrust Bank CEO Charlie Chandler, speaking on behalf of the chamber's Leadership Council at the August 8th City Council meeting, he said that in an informal poll, 78% of Leadership Council members supported the sales tax if it included the Jobs Fund. Without the Jobs Fund, only 40% indicated support. And Wichita City Council member Jeff Longwell said Monday afternoon that today's vote, that would be the chamber's vote, surprised him. Longwell said, we assumed that had been done when they came to us for the vote, he said. We had the president of the chamber coming to us encouraging the vote. I'm not exactly sure why they took the vote today. Hasn't their leadership already shared that this is the direction they'd encourage the council to go in? And City Council member Pete Meitzner was also surprised by today's chamber vote as well, saying he recognizes and appreciates the different viewpoints Wichita businessmen have on the sales tax. Now, I think, as you know, I do not support the sales tax, so I'm reluctant to recommend that the pro-sales tax forces get organized. But it's something that Wichita voters may want to consider as they make their decisions.